Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Home Lee. Welcome back to the channel. I apologize for being off by a bit with some videos. I had a couple of videos that I had started shooting and I needed to film some firing range data and get some chronograph data, and the weather didn't want to cooperate with me, and then I had a 2-week trip. I was gone for a while. I did have one video that was complete. That's what I uploaded and let you guys see my finds and pickups for late June, early July. I apologize that I didn't get those other videos out. One is a video with the Freak Stampede. I'm going to do some different firings with it and let you all kind of see how it performs. And then the other is my CETA. And now a lot of people have CETA videos out at this point. But I started one back first week of July and wasn't able to get it finished because, again, didn't have the weather to shoot range data or chronograph data for you. And I did shoot some stuff inside with it to let y'all see sort of some dark performance things, but I'm working on getting those done. Haven't had the chance to finish those up just yet. Just got back from my trip. And I'm going to share with you guys some pickups that I've made, and I'm going to try to get a few videos out on some of these. As most of y'all know, the new blasters have been hitting stores, and apparently there was a sale on Amazon and I missed that sale. I was watching the stuff for Prime Day, and apparently it hit, from what I can gather, after Prime Day, because Target did a sale. It was 25% off all Nerf, even the new stuff, and I was able to pick up some of the new blasters that way, and that was a fairly decent discount, especially considering it was pretty much the day that they came out. Most of them weren't even in stores nationwide yet in the US, so it was a pretty big deal to be able to get those at that kind of a discount. I also picked up one that had been out for a while, and we're going to start with it. The VTX Vortex Paragon. Paragon was one of my favorites, probably my favorite out of the Vortex line originally, and I do have a couple of them. I've got a couple of drums, and I'm going to try to do some comparison video. I think some of that's already been done, but I've been putting off getting any of the new Vortex, even though I really like Vortex stuff, but the price was just a little high, and with 25% off, I jumped at the chance to go ahead and pick myself up the repaint of the Paragon. Like a lot of other people, I'm hoping they will continue with this line, and that means that Vortex is back at least for a while. The next two blasters are ones that I didn't really plan on picking up at first. Kind of debated back and forth about them for a bit, and with the 25% off, I figured it was something to go ahead and jump on. The first is going to be the Zombie Strike Survival System Scavenger. It's basically an updated sling fire from what everybody's saying, with a worse triad. Although I do kind of like the double jolt, just the way that it looks. Although if they would have used a triad, that would have been a little cooler. Some of my stuff seems a little loose in packaging, so you know, they may have got a little happy with this shipping it out, but this stuff. The zombie strike line is pretty cool, so I'm eager to check this out. Next up is the Modulus Ghost Ops Evader. It's a sideways strife. It's got the sideways mag. They didn't come up through this bottom piece that they put on. I do like that they gave it a stock attachment. I do kind of wish, as some others have pointed out, that they would have done a stock attachment kind of like they did the barrel attachment, because the barrel interfaces with that, and the barrel will glow when you hit the button for the evader to glow. I'm interested in seeing what the mod community comes up with for this one. I know Containment Crew is already working on a cage for this, and I'm interested to kind of see what people do with this. I may, put in new flywheels and cage and things like that with it once I get going, but I don't know that I'll do anything with the lights, because that's a little bit beyond the scope of the things I care to do, and I think this is neat how it is, so I'll probably try to keep the lights as they are in the evader. And then the last of my pickups, ones that I've purchased, is one that I was really interested in, that I was really kind of after, and that's the Nerf rifle found for Hades. I really enjoy the Artemis. As most of y'all know, I ran an Artemis at End War that I'd put a stock attachment point on. So I'm hoping that this will work for me. I've heard some people make both good and bad comments about the stock on the Hades. We'll see how it goes, and plus I'm sure people will come up with some stuff to put on there. 60 round capacity, which is pretty cool. It's a lot like the Artemis that Out of Darts showed off that another modder made. And then I have already printed off the grip that Tungsten has made for this. So I'll probably be putting that on pretty quick and put me another grip on there for that. The rival boxes are always kind of neat in their detail, how things are kind of embossed. You got the edge of the trigger there, you got the grip. I mean, it kind of feels like the blaster's coming out of the box a little bit. I really enjoyed that. So I'm looking forward to playing with the Hades a bit. And then last, I didn't purchase this blaster. I got this through Nerf perks, which means it wasn't entirely free. I had to buy quite a bit of Nerf to get the points to get the blaster, but it was pretty much sent to me free of charge in exchange for my points. And it's probably the blaster that most people are interested in and are going to be doing things with, and that's the Nerf Infamous. This is a fair size blaster. I mean, it's in a fair size box. I've not opened it yet, but it seems pretty beefy to me. It's got the reloading technology. It's full auto. It's got a rapid strike pusher, as many people have already looked and noted. That's going to be cool. It's got a barrel attachment point, which adds to it. I do kind of wish in a way that there would have been a stock attachment point, but I realize with all the mechanism in there, in order to have done that, it would have made it too long. Even with some of the shorter stocks, it have been too long for a lot of younger nerfers. So I understand why they did that. I just like having the customization options on things. Containment Crew is also working on a cage for this, and is pretty close to it from my understanding. The one thing that will be interesting is to see how the reloading mechanism will keep up when people are overvolting this with the pusher and the flywheels and everything. Being able to single out that circuit for the reloading so that it's not affected by overvolting. Put a step down in there or whatever. Or if it's possible to overvolt the reload mechanism, that could be pretty cool. That reload that much faster. So there's a lot of potential in this blaster. I'm interested to see what the community comes up with. I lack the know-how, the knowledge, and the time to really delve in and do that myself. I mean, I don't even know that I'll ever mod this. I'm just interested to see what the potential is, see what we can do with it. This will be a great potential HVZ blaster. I believe this and the Hades will get a whole lot of use in HVZ in the coming year. Especially, I mean, this is, I think it retails for $70, maybe 60 or 70. But if an HVZ player, most of them are more casual as far as Nerf is concerned. They don't do a whole lot of modding. They don't, go out and buy a whole lot of stuff. So an HVZ player could pick this up. They've got a 30 round drum there, and they don't have to buy another magazine. They can run around, use this as a blaster, and when they start getting low, they can top it off on the run. They don't have to change magazines. They don't have to buy extra magazines, things like that. I see this having a lot of potential for HVZ type players, even though it is a little bit pricier than what most of them like to go for. But those are the blasters that I've purchased or had sent to me. I'm going to try to do some videos on them. I am a teacher. School is getting back into the swing of things, and so my time is going to be kind of limited, especially the next 2 or 3 weeks as we get back into school and get things kind of going and trying to figure out schedules and get my classroom ready for students show up and things like that. So, but I'm going to try to get some videos out for you guys about these blasters. I think they're going to be fun. I think they're going to be good blasters, and a couple of them, especially the Infamous, has potential to be a game changer in some aspects. So this is Home Lee signing off, telling you, have foam flinging fun.